Good afternoon, Mark Sudduth, HurricaneTrack.com here with your Hurricane and Hurricane HD video blog for the 9th of October, 2012. Not much to talk about out there, really. 97L, really just a area along this stalled frontal boundary now, and nothing really to worry about with it. We'll soon see it dropped from the tropical weather outlook, I'm sure. This area bears some watching, although right now the energy is spread out over a fairly large area. I was a little bit surprised that the Hurricane Center did not outlook this region, though I guess I understand why, because it's not going to do anything either. Just a flare-up of convection in the Western Caribbean, but since that area is strongly favored for development this time of year, at least climatologically speaking, I was a little bit surprised that it didn't at least warrant a mention. If we look at the upper level winds, the wind shear, this is the area where 98L is right now. And we can see that it's in this decreasing shear area, the sort of blue aqua color, I guess you could call it. Decreasing wind shear overall, but there's still pretty strong southwesterly winds across this region. Most of the Atlantic Basin fairly hostile for development, but there is this one little region right down here where fairly light upper level winds exist, and that might allow for some slow organization of this system over the next few days. If we look at the relative vorticity, the spin in the atmosphere, yeah, there's a little bit down here. What I'm looking for is to see if it's concentrated over more of a circular area, kind of like this up here. If we had a hurricane on the map, I could show you what it looks like. But when you see it kind of spread out like this, sort of amorphous in shape, you know that that's not a very well organized system. The rotation, the vorticity in it is not very well organized, so we'll see what happens with that. But there is a little bit of energy there trying to consolidate and spin up. That's what vorticity is. Looking at the GFS over the next 7 days, this is valid tomorrow, and you can see the little bit of a curvature to the wind pattern right through here associated with 98L, 97, just a bump on the isobars up here north of the Bahamas. Again, nothing to worry about. This is 48 hours out, so this will be valid Thursday, and then Friday, and Saturday it starts to approach the Lesser Antilles, this whole mess of shower and thunderstorm activity, so folks in the windwards and leewards need to be aware that at the very least some squally conditions are going to be coming through over the weekend, and that could affect vacation plans, boating, any kind of activity outside. You just want to be aware that this disturbance is out there. Looking ahead to Sunday and Monday of next week, it does try to maybe organize a little bit more, but it's still very weak. The GFS model not indicating a very strong system. Sometimes on some of the runs it will, and then it'll back off. The Canadian model, the CMC, is very aggressive, but it tends to develop what's called convective feedback, where it really takes that heat energy and runs with it and just goes bonkers. And I don't see any reason to believe that we will see much develop out of this. You never know. When you see it strung out, see how the colors here, everything's kind of strung out. It's just not consolidated very well. You don't have a bundling of all that energy, and so you don't have a very tight system. And then going on out to Tuesday, a week from today, still just a weak system overall with some squally conditions across the region. This could bring a prolonged period of rain and shower and thunderstorm activity to the area. Hopefully it can lift north enough to keep it from becoming a major flood event. But this is definitely something that folks want to watch, if only because it's going to bring some rather inclement weather over the weekend. Beyond that, I just don't see it doing very much, and neither does the National Hurricane Center. That's why the probability of development still remains pretty low. Well, there you go. That's it. Pure and simple, easy to do for today. Really nothing out there other than that to talk about. All right, again, I'm Mark Sudduth, HurricaneTrack.com is my website. As always, it's an honor to produce these videos for you on Hurricane and Hurricane HD, and I'll be back to do it again tomorrow.